Hello, everyone, and welcome to Seeing Crime. Hello, everyone. I'm Zelda Kelly with Seeing Crime, and Poe and I are sitting here in wonder and amazement about something that we heard, yes, he and I heard, from attorney Melanie Little's live stream when she had attorney Mark Betterow. And it was not something that was deep dived into. It was more like a glaze, like a little glazed donut for us to nibble on and wonder what in the absolute heck is going on. And that is, and before I tell you, please do me a favor and subscribe and like this video because it sure does help me. And thank you so much for doing that. That is the idea and the fact that they found these searches where Jen McCabe, yes, this broad, dame, Jennifer McCabe again, in my opinion now. But this is her Googling her name and John O'Keefe's, as in, what are people saying about me type stuff. Is there anything out there about me, as in Jennifer McCabe, and Jennifer O'Keefe, or Jennifer? What is this? Is there anything out there with me and Jennifer and John O'Keefe? I know that was funny, wasn't it, Jennifer? All right, so anyway, she's Googling herself with the addition of Officer John, wanting to know if people are saying anything or what people know. Now, I'm going to tell you what. It's bad enough that we have to hear Haas long to die in the cold. This is a woman who was rejected. I'm going to say that again. This is a woman that was rejected. And you know how these little things, you know how that little thing was with Karen and Higgy Baby? You know, the day he came over for the game and they had a little kissy-facey moment. Did that happen between Jen and John? Was Jennifer hoping for something more? Because, you know, she explained in the trial how he would have a coupon for Skechers shoes or some type of tennis shoe or footwear, and they would all go out together, and then they would buy shoes and go out to lunch, and oh, isn't that cozy? And when she explained it, I noticed that there was a few little reactions. And then I got to really thinking, do you remember the phone calls that early morning of January 29th from Karen to John saying, John, you, and then she said this word, kind of like a something like that. You know what I mean. I'm not going to say it. There's something there with who does that. And I'm going to tell you something. A woman like Jennifer McCabe, in my opinion, when she is dumped for another woman like Karen Reed, oh, that is a personal affliction. I mean, I can hear her in her mind going, oh, you're going down. Now, this is the type of woman that even though she's married to Maddie McCabe, she likes to have her men friends on the side. You know, that reverse harem is what I call it. The fact that she had the hots for John. And maybe John, I mean, you know how things go. I'm not judging. I'm not guessing. I'm not saying, you know, maybe he lost his mind for a moment. We don't know. We don't know if that happened before Karen, but oh man, let's look into this. Because quite frankly, that whole thing makes me ill. Seriously. Is this enough to commit some type of heinous crime over? You bet it is. We're going to start now with, I have this mythic, if I can talk today. You guys are getting a really good dose of that. And you can see that I get balled up, and you know how it goes. All right, Mythic Tarot that gravitates to this case, and we love it. Now I'm going to use this other original Kipper date deck today. I would start over, but it's just going, it's flowing too good. So just bear with me and forgive me for all the little faux pas. I'm going to use the newest version of the Kipper deck. We're going to lay some foundation. We have our friend the Piotnik. We have our other friend, the Cartomancy. And let's get into it. Don't forget to subscribe. Be a good girl and boy. Please do that. That helps me. You know, we have to smile a little bit because this stuff is, I mean, it is, the longer we go, it's getting more intense. And have you just noticed that that's kind of just sort of the way it is? Well, you know what? If we see it, the feds have already seen it. I want you to think about that. My question is, are we going to get a receivership? Josh Levy, hello? Will we be getting that? We're laying the foundation, and I wanted to just really shuffle really well. I like this pick a card thing. Let me know if you all like this pick a card, because I really do. And spirits, guides, angels. And before we go further, you know I don't have a problem sharing my opinion, and that's all it is. It's entertainment purposes only. I'm not law enforcement. I'm not a lawyer. I spout off a few things, but I'm certainly not that educated type. I'm not giving any legal advice, and I'm certainly not a doctor or anything else, but I am the doctor of the cards, and I'm an expert in the cards. So here we are. Spirits, guides, angels, and this guy wanted to jump out fast, and we're going to take him. Hello. We need a little banner that says Jennifer for prison. Yeah, on the 29th. Of January. That's when that happened. Oh my. No wonder you wanted to jump out. Keep jumping out. Keep jumping out. Keep jumping out. Let's get this energy going. Well, a message of concern. Yeah, Jennifer. Let's see. Here, we're going to pick one more after this card, and it is thoughts. Oh yeah, thinking. Always think she's thinking of him, all right. Let's fix these because I've just messed them up. All right, here we are. All right, there we go. Great fortune. Yeah, All right, so now we're going to lay this foundation, putting these to the side because we just may need them here. Prison for Jennifer. In my opinion, and all the rest of them, but we're talking about this Googling of Jennifer asking about John O'Keefe and her. Message of concern. She knows what's out there. She's thinking about it, and she's always, you know, this type of woman always wonders if the man is thinking about her. Listen, I know her type. I've been around the block a few times. I can see her coming a mile away. How? Do you see how Maddie walks behind her when she's walking down the street? And he's like tripping over his toes trying to keep up with her because she's stromping through there as though she owns the place. Yes. I'm looking forward to that day where she has her little bracelets on. The good fortune is going to be, we're going to see more of this. That's the good fortune. I do not believe at this moment, right this second, that is money. But I also feel that they feel that there's either a book deal or there's something coming around the bend. Let's lay out some tarot. These cards turned over, and we're going to take them. Do you know why? Do you know why, my darlings? This right here, the Moon card, is a Pisces card. That is Karen Reed. This right here, the Empress card, is a brand new beginning. And you know what, my darlings? Look at this. Look at this. Oh my, look at this. What do we know that as? We cannot make this stuff up. That is a waterfall. For those of you who are listening and not watching, I pulled out the Moon card, tarot card, which is also the Pisces zodiac indicator, and then this Empress card, where it's harvest time, and then there's a waterfall in the background. This Moon card is very interesting, and I know some of you are going to say, but Zelda, why are these so many faces? Because the Pisces can go in several different directions. Think of a fish. Now, they have a little doggy in here, which in the original universal weight, they have a dog, and they have a wolf, and they have a crusty little character, like a little lobster-looking fellow. Because there's always that yearning for the end for a Pisces. There's that yearning to get to that place that is designated, so we learn more and we can be more. Karen, is a February Pisces and very empathic and can follow her gut instinct exactly. So that's why we have the different faces on this card, because just like a little fishy, if there's one direction, she has to change directions quickly. Think of a fish in a stream. To avoid any obstacles, swim around, swim under, swim over, or just stop swimming until the obstacle is moved. That's how that works. But waterfall, and we have 29. Oh my. Yeah, I think we're on the right track here, my friends, don't you? The Eight of Swords. Yeah. Jen was wanting to know which one of those tongues were wagging. She's caught up in her own web. Do you see those swords around that person? That represents her, dark skies. And there's this angel-looking fellow in the background saying, "What? You could have avoided this. You could have avoided this." Yes, ma'am. And look at that. The gaggling, the... Oh my. And I think that after a while, I think Maddie was enough to serve her for some time, and then she saw John. And then she was dreaming and wishing about John, and then Matt just became this, I don't know, Johnny Milquetoast type character. And she just kind of tossed him to the side. He follows her around like a little puppy now. Let's pull out some more. The King of Pentacles, that's Hank Brennan. So that means Hank Brennan knows this. Of course he does. He's got the discovery. And the Ten of Wands, that is what they want to do to Karen, is to encumber her into this prison situation. However, I think the closer that we get to all of this mess, and the closer that we see things with Jen, I mean, you know what, to me, I think the feds are probably just sitting back in their field office, looking at this, looking at these Google searches going, you gotta flippin' well be kidding me, right? Come on. Come on. His thoughts. Well, look at that. We have confirmation there. What were John's thoughts? The house, oh my. Once again, you know, we keep getting these confirmations, and I'm loving it. Expectation. Well, we have concerning message here. So yeah, there's an expectation. Don't you love these cards? There is an expectation of what is going to happen when all this discovery comes out. I want you to know this, okay? As much as they want to nail Karen to the cross, these bad actors do not want to go to court again. Now, I think they may bring in Guarino. They may bring in Proctor, just to show the doofus mistakes. But the CW doesn't want them anywhere near. This is part of their cleansing of the courtroom, as getting rid of all these people and trying to replace their so-called experts. And yes, even in the comments, some of you are saying, why is this taking so long? Because, my darlings, there's so much bloody stuff. There's so much evidence. There's so many things. But I wonder if they're going to go into receivership. A good lady, that's Karen. I wonder if they're going to go into receivership. Now, here's the Piotnik. But doesn't it just kind of make you sick? That's Jennifer looking out the window at Karen. Looking out the window, having that desire for John. If they've listened to me, my darlings, these are people that have no scruples, no morals. They would have done this to Karen if they could have. And that was because of the anger. There had to be anger. You can't do this and be jovial. Does that not give you the chills? Because it sure does me. Let's get out our friend the cartomancy. Then I'm going to be really picking and parsing through this like we usually do. The 8 of Spades. That is Jennifer. That's an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini. It's the same, only the male version. That's not John. You know, the amazing thing is that Jennifer thinks that they're all just going to walk. Colin. This is talking about frustration for being isolated. You know what that means? She felt alone. She's feeling alone. This card talks about if there is a settlement, if there's money earned, if there's money coming. And just like we talked about here, you know, I think we're going to be fortunate in seeing more things come out. But these people are planning on a book deal or a Netflix movie, or they're planning on something that they're going to get the do-re-mi for. And I know Paul is, but that's just a nonsense thing, in my opinion, that Paul's doing. Because that's going to be a long road to hoe. This is her feeling that she has lifelong security, that she's going to be walking away, that it means nothing, that she's got her bases and her, that her ASS, pardon the bombastic there, but she's thinking she's got everything covered. But Colin keeps coming out, which I do think there's something there with Colin. I think Brian, but it was Brian Albert and Colin, and then Higgy got caught up in the crosshairs. This is a card that means that there is going to be some sacrifices, and it's going to be very soon, my darlings. I just want you to try to be patient. I know that we are all looking for that day for all of this to happen, and it will. Getting played by manipulation, lies, and control. Oh, who does that sound like? Who does that sound like? That's a Jennifer McCabe complex. a manipulator, the fixer. The Queen of Swords, justice will prevail. The Queen of Cups, that is Karen. She holds. I'm going to tell you something. There's going to be, do you see this? There's going to be a fight to the finish. There's going to be this back and forth, and Karen may have to go through a little bit more before she gets her promised land. I want you to think of the story of Joseph and the coat of many colors and how he was sold out by his own family. Now, it doesn't really correlate with this, but he had to go through a lot before he was exonerated and before he became king and before he, was able to rule the land. And that is going to happen here with Queen Karen, because she may have to go through a little bit more. But in the end, she and Turtle Boy are going to come out victorious. They are the champions of the world. I'm serious. They are the champions. The reality of them, I'm going to say, Karen may be indicted again. We talked about that. Look, the living room, that's the same as the family room. Wow. Karen may be indicted again. I don't know, but that's what they want. That's their occupation, is Brennan. But at the same time, that's what they want. Will they be able to do it? They're going to try. They tried to do something more March 27th. Will they be successful? I don't know. I don't think so. But she's still facing some serious things before she is exonerated. Will she be acquitted? Yes, I do not see that this will go against her. But she's got a long road to go yet, my darlings, before this is ended. And when this is ended, then you're going to see the house of cards start falling. Doon. Because the feds are just going to sit back and just keep letting them dig their own grave sites. That's how this works. So, was Jen and John having a little thing? She wanted it. Did John maybe make a mistake? I'm going to say it is very possible, because when you're drinking, hello? I can't speak for John, but there was an indication there that gave her a little bit of encouragement, and she took the ball and ran with it. So do I think that? Yeah, I think there was a little bit of encouragement there, and I think that's why Karen was so upset. I think Karen surmised a lot of this. I think they wanted Karen out of the picture, and as you know, we know the end story. This is very sick and maniacal of Jen. This was her, filled with desire, waiting and wishing for John to come in. Waiting and wishing, pacing for Karen to leave. And you know what? We are on the right track. That is the 9 of Hearts. That is the yes. And I'm going to stop there, my darlings. And I want to thank you so much for being here. I love you so much. Don't forget, please subscribe if you're here for the first time, because I'm giving away these 2 Kipper decks in a drawing when we reach 7,000 subscribers, and I'm going to give away a free reading to you as well. So subscribe, be a part of our community. There's no obligation whatsoever, and be that winner of those wonderful prizes. I also want to thank you for being here, and please stay to the end screen, because these are all our members, and if I've missed you, please let me know. This is who I've gotten from the list so far. If you want your name added and you are a member, go into my community tab, find where you see my drawn portrait, and then put your name under there, and I'll find you. I'll put you there. I don't shout out people that don't give me permission. How's that? So, do me all that. And then, if you'd like to order a reading, the link is in the description. Come on over to Patreon. I've got some great things coming out on there. And wow, this is a ride. All right, my darlings. I'll see you again very soon. Tell me what you think in the comments. Everything points to this Jennifer and John. Okay, my darlings, you take care. You be well, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.